Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the official tips channel of Officers Adda 24/7. How are you all? Let me know. So, this session is related to your PPB recollected question. It means the question which has been asked in the May 2023. We are going to discuss on that particular topic the questions. So, these are the questions which you will find everywhere the similar type of question because these are the recollected question, है ना? So these are what recollected question which have been asked in the May 2023. So before starting the session, let me know is audio video both are okay? Are we good to go? Is audio and video both are okay? Are we good to go? So this is our recollected question. And the principles and practices of banking, as you know, tomorrow you have this particular paper. Also, one more information that after this session, I will be coming up with the numerical session also. So both is okay. So let's start. So the first question is talking about what is the target percentage of A and BC. The question is asking about what is the target percentage of your A and BC. What is the target percentage of A and BC or CEOBE is prescribed by RBI for PSL under agriculture sector for the scheduled commercial bank. So on the PSL the question have been asked. On the PSL question have been asked like what is the target of PSL. One the total target was asked, one the agriculture target was asked. So the percentage of A and BC adjusted net bank credit and your CEOBE collateralized borrowing. CEOBE, that is credit equivalent of off-balance sheet exposure. So what percentage of these we have to provide target as in our agriculture sector? For which bank? For scheduled commercial bank. If I talk about for scheduled commercial bank, for RRBs, for a small finance bank, they all have the same target, 18% of A and BC or CEOBE. In case of agriculture, they have the same target. Everybody have the same target. And out of this 18%, 10% will go to the small and marginal farmers. So the agriculture target is similar for all these three banks. Agriculture target is similar for all these three banks. So right answer will be your 18%. Whichever is higher, you have to answer. है ना? For scheduled commercial bank, for RRB, for small finance bank, they have all similar target here in case of your agriculture. Okay, second question is asking about the overall. Now the second question is asking, I was not able to hide the question. A lot of question I was making, so didn't get the time to hide the answer. So what is the approximate percentage share of scheduled commercial bank, RRB and small finance bank in the priority sector lending? In the PSL, you have to answer now that what is the approximate percentage share of scheduled commercial bank. Learn with me, it's maximum of a 30 or 35 minute session, not more than that. So you have to tell the overall, the percentage of loan that the PSL have to be given by the scheduled commercial bank, the small finance bank and the RRBs. So is it 70, 40, 40, 40, 70, 70, 20, 40, 40 and 80, 10, 10. So what do you think which of the following is correct in the overall? It means in total PSL. In total PSL, how much loan they have to give? It is A. Do check it very carefully. The total PSL loan by the scheduled commercial bank of your A and BC and CEOB should be what percent? Does the scheduled commercial bank give 70% of amount in the PSL? Obviously not. The scheduled commercial bank gives total 40%. RRB, acha, okay. Okay, so I have written the wrong option. So let's say scheduled commercial banks are 40 and RRBs are 75 and 75. The right answer will be, let's say, B option. Scheduled commercial bank have to give in the PSL, that is 40% of A and BC or PCOBE. The RRB and the scheduled small finance bank have to give what percentage? They have to give 75. So in total PSL, scheduled commercial bank have to give 40%. Payment, your RRB's regional rural bank have to give 75% of their A and BC and COBE, and similarly small finance bank have to give 75% of their A and BC or COBE. Okay, so let's say this is a 75 and a 75. Okay, so the option have been wrong by me. Chalo, next question is, what is the primary role of a banker when a goods railway receipt is endorsed to them? What is the primary role of a banker when a goods railway receipt is endorsed to them? Endorse means transfer to them. Now, is it owing the goods, acting as a custodian of the railway, serving as an agent of the consignee, becoming a lien holder of the consignor? So the question is asking that the primary role of a banker, what is the role bank is performing while having the goods railway receipt, is endorsed to them. It's a kind of relationship in which the bank serves as an agent of the consignee. So the customer will be a principal, but bank become as a agent while accepting the goods railway receipts. Okay, so right answer will be C option. Very good. Right answer is C. So agent principal relationship, that's it's what divining is. Now next question we have here. Out of these, next question we have here. Which of the following electronic clearing system in India allows instant fund transfer that will be 24/7? Is it RTGS? Is it IMPS? Is it UPI? I saw the answer. Okay. So I didn't got the time to hide the options, hai? No worries. I will hide now from now onwards. So which of the following electronic clearing system in India allows the instant fund transfer? Like 24/7 you can transfer the fund. It is RTGS, it is IMPS, it is UPI. And the right answer is very simple, D. All are the 24/7 now. NEFT 24/7 since 2019. RTGS 2020 it became 24/7, and IMPS and UPI used to be always 24/7. Now all the payment methods providing us the 24/7 service, that's the D option. Okay. Now the next question is asking about, okay, there is no answer on this page. What does the term insider trading refer to the concept of financial market? This you have studied in the IEIFS also. And the certain concepts are there which are similar in IEIFS as well as in your PPB. Like the PSL chapter, like your MSME chapter. These are very much similar to each other. Now, which of the following here you have to answer that what does the term insider trading refers to? Buying or selling security based on non-public information about a company, trading security on public stock exchange, trading security with full disclosure of financial information, investing in government bonds. And the right answer will be, why investing in government bonds? It's an insider trading. Why you guys are saying D? Insider trading on which SEBI has banned this. SEBI has banned this also now. Acha, also let me know what is the penalty amount. If someone found to be guilty of insider trading, what's the penalty and what is the informant reward? What is the informant reward by SEBI? Let me know the both amount. How much penalty will be charged by SEBI and what is the reward that will be given by the SEBI. So right answer is A, buying or selling security based on the non-public information. Like how you get the non-public information? Because someone was doing the insider trading, someone who is related to the company, working in a company, employee of a company, he is sharing the internal information. Okay, only 2 crore, no. In case of informant award, it is 1 crore, and in case of, if I talk about the penalty, it is maximum 25 crore. It's a maximum 25 crore. Minimum depends on your transaction, like how much insider trading loss you have done. So maximum penalty is 25 crore and informant reward is 1 crore. Chalo, next. So right answer will be your A option. Right answer is A. Now, next question is asking about, in India, how many days does a person have to get a document stamped after its execution to make it legally valid? To make it legally valid. 30 days, 45 days, 60 days or 90 days. So in India, how many days does a person have to get a document stamped after its execution to make it legally valid? Okay, D, you guys are saying that is 90 days. After 90 days it is required. No, 90 is a very long period. That's a 30 days. Hana, after its execution to make it legally valid, the how many days? 30 days a person have to get the document stamped. So right answer will be A. Hana, right answer is A. Next question is asking about, in international trade finance, what role does negotiating bank plays? In international trade finance, what role does the negotiating bank plays here? Issuing letter of credit to exporters, confirming letters of credit for importers, receiving document from the exporter and presenting them to the issuing bank for payment or acceptance, inspecting goods for quality and quantity before shipment. So what do you think? Which of the following will be a role of a negotiating bank play in case international trade finance? In case of international trade finance. Okay. C, very good. The right answer is receiving document from exporter and presenting them to the issuing bank for the payment or acceptance. So very good. Hana, so this is what we're talking about. And letter of credit is what? It's a secure mode of payment in international market. Very good. The right answer is C. Next question we have here, that is, assertion is saying IMPS transaction have a higher transaction limit compared to NEFT, and reason is that IMPS is primarily used for low value transaction while NEFT used for high value transaction. So this is the assertion have been given and the reason have been given. So what do you think? Which of the following will be right answer? Which of the following is the right answer? First is saying that IMPS transaction have a higher transaction limit compared to NEFT transaction. And the reason is that the IMPS is primarily used for low transaction while NEFT is used for high value transaction. Let me know which of the following is correct here. Okay, so assertion is like given to you, like this is the what we are talking about, and the question is asking, is the reason that have been given is correct or not? Acha, one question was from your official valid document also, Hana. One question was from the official valid document also. So I haven't added that particular question because we have done official valid document yesterday only. And the right answer will be your okay. So right answer will be not D1. Assertion is false, but the reason is true. If assertion is false, then how the reason will be true? So both the assertion and reason are true, but the reason is not a correct explanation of the assertion. Hana, it is true, but not a right explanation. Hana, but not a right explanation of the assertion. Reason is not defining the properly the assertion here. In the context of computer network, which network topology is commonly used by bank for their data communication system? Is it a bus? Is it a ring? Is it a mesh? Is it a star? PAN card is OVD. No, PAN card is not a OVD. Official valid document have a 6 documents. PAN card used to be there, but now it is not anymore included. Okay, PAN card is not a official valid document. Do remember that. Now, which of the following network topology is maximum used by banks for their data communication? A, B, C or D? Very good. It is the D option. That's your star topology. So maximum the banks use what type of topology? They use the star topology. Very good, D. Next question is talking about here that assertion is saying IMPS transaction can only be initiated through mobile banking app, and reason is that IMPS relies on mobile device for secure two-factor authentication. So which of the following here, Hannah, which of the following here is true? It can only be initiated by using the mobile application, and the second is saying IMPS relies on mobile device for secure two-factor authentication, and the right answer is okay, right answer will be your A, that both the assertion and reason are true, and the reason is correct explanation of your assertion. So right answer will be your A option. Very good. Next question is saying among the scheduled commercial bank RRB, a small finance bank, which category is expected to allocate the highest percentage of their adjusted net bank credit to the priority sector lending as per RBI guidelines? In case of scheduled commercial bank, RRB, small finance bank, which particular bank have to give the highest contribution? Is it scheduled commercial bank? Is it RRB? Is it your small finance bank, or is it all of the above? Chalo, I reframed this question, and after reframing, I want to ask all of you that among scheduled commercial bank, RRB and small finance bank, which category is expected to allocate the highest percentage of their adjusted net bank credit to the priority sector under weaker section as per RBI guidelines? So who have to give maximum under the weaker section? One answer you guys have given, and the next one is this. I reframe this question. In the weaker section, the right answer will be your RRBs. RRBs provide your 18, one second. Let me change this. If we talk about RRB, the regional rural banks provide 15% in the weaker section, and the other banks have to provide 12% in the weaker section. The scheduled commercial bank and a small finance bank provide 12% in the weaker section, but RRB provide here how much percentage? They provide here the 15% in the weaker section, so highest provided by the RRB. Okay? Next. Which of the following risk can arise from the cyber attacks on bank? From the cyber attacks on banks, which of the following risk can be seen? Acha, PSL's percentage are very important. Do revise them, Hana, before going for exam. Do revise the percentage. Now, first is saying loss of productivity due to business disruption. Second is saying cost of investigation. Third is saying reputational benefit. Fourth is saying increase in investment return. Which of the following risk can arise because of the cyber attacks on bank? A, B, C or D? Let me know immediately which of the following is correct here. So first is saying loss of productivity due to business disruption. This will happen obviously. The cost of investigation also increase if there is a cyber attack. है ना? The cost of investigation will increase. The reputational risk will be there. Yes, obviously the reputational risk will be there. Hana, like if you see, for example, if you find out that XYZ bank is your account, and you have find out that XYZ bank is always having a let's say for example cyber crime, then you have a reputational risk is there but not the benefit. It is saying benefit, it cannot be true. है ना, reputational risk will be there but not a benefit. You won't get a benefit. Now it is saying benefit. So first is true, second is true, not the third one. Increase in investment return, no. How you will get the increase in investment return? Not a D but a A1 will be correct. A option is correct. So reputational risk will be there because you will have a negative word of mouth that yes, in the market, this particular bank always have a cyber attacks. It means this have a very bad software or very bad cyber security. So that will give you a reputational risk, but not the reputational benefit. Benefit will not be there. So right answer will be 1 and 2. Right answer will be your 1 and 2. Chalo, next question. Achha, option is already there. So the next question is talking about here, if demand draft is reported as lost, what is the typical time frame within which bank issues a duplicate draft, demand draft to the customer? So demand draft has been misplaced or stolen or whatever happened. So in that situation, out of these duration, in which duration the bank will be issuing the DD. So within 30 days, it is required to issue within 30 days, within 30 days calendar from the date of reporting the loss. So I have went to the bank and asking for a duplicate demand draft. So within 30 days of I apply to the bank have to issue me the demand draft. Okay, that's the C option. Achha, if I am taking a demand draft from the bank, if I am taking a demand draft from the bank, in that situation, what bond I have to sign? If I am taking a demand draft from a bank, in that situation, what bond I have to sign with the bank? Okay. So, next question. Under Section 131 of Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, which entity has the authority to conduct an inquiry into the correctness or a validity of a banker's certificate regarding payment of a promissory note? Very good. That's an indemnity bond. Very good. The indemnity bond will be issued. Now let me know the answer of this question. Section 131 we are talking about. Section 131 of Negotiable Instrument Act, which entity has authority to conduct an inquiry into the correctness or validity of a banker's certificate regarding the payment of promissory note. It's the account holder who issued the promissory note. Is it the RBI? Is it the financial institution holding the promissory note, or the court of law? And the right answer will be your court of law. Anna, very good. Deepa ma'am is saying D, that's a court of law. Right answer will be D option. Very good. Answer will be D. Next question. Next, we are talking about which of the following is not a primary function of debt recovery tribunal. So we know the debt recovery tribunal, DRT, it helps us in the recovery of a NPA, and DRT also have a DRAT. If you are not satisfied with the DRT, you can go to the DRAT as well. That's a appellate authority. So here first is saying to facilitate the creation of debt agreement between creditor and debtor, to provide financial assistance to individual facing debt issue, to investigate cases of financial fraud and embezzlement, all of the above. So what do you think? Which of the following is not a primary objective or a primary function of DRT? And DRT stands for Debt Recovery Tribunals. Okay, so DRT is a debt recovery tribunal by which you can recover your money from the customer. Like in case of individual customer, the NPA will be recovered. So DRT is a special type of court introduced by the central government for the recovery of the NPA. Okay, and the right answer is all. None of them is a primary function. All are not a primary function. It do not provide the debt agreement, it do not provide financial assistance, it do not investigate the financial fraud and embezzlement. So right answer is D. None of them is a primary function. All are not a primary function. Okay, right answer is D. Next, the context of point of sale transaction, which of the following type of ATM is known as? So in context of, we are talking about a point of sale terminal, we are talking about POS. In that context, what do you think, which type of ATM it is known as? Is it a white label, pink label, on-site, or micro ATM? So white label, we have discussed all the types of ATM yesterday only. So white label is what? Issued by NBFCs. Pink label is what? For women banking. On-site ATM is what? When the banks, when the ATM is within the premises of a bank. है ना? Within the premises of a bank, if you have a ATM, that's your on-site. And micro ATM is your POS ATM. Correct. Very good. Right answer is D. So POS also asked. Next question we have, in principal and agent relationship in banking, what is the primary responsibility of an agent? What is the primary responsibility of the agent here? In case of principal and agent relationship. So if we talk about, agent will always be a bank and the principal will always be a customer. So make independent decision without consulting the principal, act in the best interest of agent, act on behalf of and in the best interest of the principal, maintain a separate financial entity from the principal. Let me know which of the following is correct. Okay. So the right answer will be your, very good, C. Act on behalf of and in the best interest of the principal. Very good. So right answer will be C option. Right answer will be your C option. Okay. Next question. Next we have, a bank has a new code of ethics. Another question is, read it very carefully. That bank has a new code of ethics and conduct of its employee, but many employees are unaware of it and continue to engage in unethical behavior. So what ethical approach should the bank take to ensure that the employees are aware of and adhere to the new code of ethics or new code of conduct? If we are talking about new code of ethics and new code of conducts, in that situation, what happens? In that situation, we are talking about, the rules and regulations. Like you have told to your employees how you have to behave, what should be your standard, and how you have to act in a bank when you are working in a bank. So that's a code of conduct or code of ethics, you can say. A certain standard have been given to you. So let me know which of the following is there. First is saying, ignore the lack of awareness and trust the employees will adopt ethical behavior over time. That you cannot do. You cannot trust blindly to your employees that they will follow the ethical practices. Then conduct mandatory ethics training session for all employees to familiarize them with the code. This might be true. Next, terminate employee who violate the code without prior training. You can't do that, na? First, next is keep the code confidential to prevent employees from using it to the advantage. No. So right answer is obviously B. Hana, you have to provide the proper training. To train your customer, na, to let them know that this is the code and this is the ethics you have to follow. So right answer is a B. Very good. Now next, ethical decision making in business involves considering the interest of dash stakeholders. So the option we have is there. These are the options. The ethical decisions, making in business. The ethical decisions making in business involves considering the interest of dash stakeholder. What is stakeholder? Individual, shareholders, regulator or competitors. So let's eliminate the option. So which of the following should be true? Individual, shareholders, regulators or competitors. So you guys are saying, chalo, B. Okay, let's see. Including employees. So it means shareholders, you guys are saying. Now let's see. Including employees, customer and the community rather than solely focusing on dash gains. So see, if you are including everybody, these are your stakeholders. है ना? So right answer will be your B. है ना? Not only focusing on financial gains, but you have to do what? You have to consider the interest of all the stakeholders, all the shareholders. So you have to do the thing which is good for your employee, which is good for your customer, the general public, everybody, है ना? The financiers and all. So right answer will be your B. Now, business ethics emphasizes the importance of conducting business with dash and dash. With dash and dash. Profit and secrecy, honesty and integrity, complexity and innovation, ambition or flexibility. So it's very obvious. Business ethics means the standard you are following, the standard you should follow while you are working in an organization. That's a business ethic that tells you that whatever you are doing in the bank or in the organization is right or wrong. And the right answer will be, obviously, you have to work with the honesty and integrity. Right answer will be B. Very good. Right answer is a B. Next question we have here. A bank's marketing team is promoting a financial product and the promotional material exaggerates the product's benefit while downplaying the risk associated with it. So what ethical action should the bank's marketing team take to address the misrepresentation of the financial product? So what should be done by the bank's team? What should be done by the bank's team? Okay, so you guys are saying B. Okay, let's check. First is saying, Hana, continue with the promotion as planned to meet the sales target. Obviously not. Revise the promotional material to accurately reflect the product's benefit and the risk. So right answer will be B. Very good. You have to revise the content. Hana, you have to do what? Revise the content. Next we have here, a bank is selecting a technology vendor for a critical project. One of the bank senior executive has personal connection with one of the vendor companies and strongly recommends their selection despite the other vendors offering better solution at the lower cost. So now what ethical consideration should the bank's decision maker take into account when selecting the technology vendors? Okay, so now you have options that you have to answer out of that. So next question is asking about like banks decision makers take into account when selecting the technology vendor. What ethical considerations should be taken into account while you are selecting the technology vendor? First is saying choose the vendor with the personal connection to the senior executive to maintain the internal harmony. Obviously not. The second is saying to you that select the vendor with the lowest cost, ignoring the personal connection. This is also you cannot do. Follow a transparent vendor selection process that consider all factors including cost, quality, personal relationship, etc. So it's very obvious. Right answer is C. This is the right recruitment process. This is the right way to hire a certain technical vendor. So right answer will be C option. Very good. Hana? Next question. A bank manager is responsible for approving the loans and a close relative applies for a significant loan to start a business. Okay. Now, a manager is torn between helping the relative and ensuring fairness in loan approval. What ethical consideration should the bank manager take into account when deciding on the loan application of the close relative? So, let me know what ethical consideration should be taken by the bank employee. It should be first approve the loan without hesitation since it's a close relative. Like it's your brother, it's your brother-in-law, it's your sister, it's your sister-in-law, it's your father-in-law, it's your father, it's your brother, whatever the relation is that. And so you can ignore that. Second is saying disclose the conflict of interest to the bank's ethics committee and rescue themselves from the decision-making process. Third is saying Deny the loan application to avoid any appearance of favoritism. The fourth is saying offer a loan on preferential terms to the close relative to maintain the family relations. Which should be done? Very good. Obviously B. Disclose the conflict of interest to the bank's ethics committee and rescue themselves from the decision making process, so that you will not take a kind of a biased decision here. Hana? So right answer will be B. This should be the right ethical consideration you have to take. Next we have here, in bill of exchange, the interest charged when the bills is not paid on the due date is known as. Sorry. So the bill of exchange includes two or more than two parties. It have a unconditional order. So bill of exchange is a document, bill of exchange is a document which is used to make the payment in the future date, to the two or more parties, in which unconditional order will be given by the maker to the bank that this payment you have to made on, let's say, 3rd of October, no matter what. So that's a bill of exchange, and the right answer is your, very good, the discount interest. The right answer will be C, that's a discount interest. Okay, right answer will be your C option. Okay, it's what? It's a discount interest. Very good. Next we have in a computer network, what is the primary function of a router? In the computer network, what is the primary function of a router? Kab tak hai class? 1 second, I will let you know. Around 10 to 12 questions, I think, may be there. Around 10 to 12 questions will be there. In a computer network, what is the primary function of a router? What does the router do? Managing user account and permission? No. It do transmitting data between devices on the same network? Obviously not. Determining the path for data packets to reach their destination across multiple networks? This is true. The right answer is 3. The right answer is your C option. So right answer will be your C option. Okay, next we have here, which of the following statement is correct regarding NRE, NRO account in India? The correct one about NRE, NRO account in India. So let me know which of the following is correct. So non-resident external account, non-resident ordinary account, they both account will be opened by the NRI in the country in Indian currency only. So both NRE and NRO accounts can only be opened by non-resident Indians. Funds in NRE account are freely repatriable when the funds in NRO accounts have restricted repatriable. Next we have NRE account are primarily used for local expenses in India, while NRO accounts are for foreign transaction. NRE accounts are taxable in India, while NRO accounts are tax exempt. And you have to find out the correct one answer. Numerical session will be after this, around 1:30. I will take the numerical session. Around 1:30, or let's see when this class will end. Whenever this class ends, after a 15-minute gap, you will find a numerical session. And the answer here will be, okay, very good. The right answer will be your B option, that funds in NRE account, it are freely repatriable, but in not the NRO account. So right answer will be your B option. Okay, next. What is the primary function of white label ATMs? So white label ATM we have discussed, these are the ATM which have been issued by, which have been issued by whom? The non-banking financial companies. Lakshmi ma'am, I am making the PPT, I am making the section, committee and capital and all. So it will take a little bit time, but I will provide you today only. Obviously tomorrow is your exam. So I will make sure that as soon as possible, I will be providing you that. Chalo, now let me know which of the following is right answer. White label ATM. Offering banking services only to account holder of the bank owing the ATM, also no. Providing financial advice and consultancy services, obviously no. Exclusively serving as a deposit machine for cash and checks, no. Dispensing cash and providing range of banking services to the customer of multiple banks, this is true. Very good. Right answer is a D option. Right answer is what? D option. Next we have, an attachment order is issued by a court typically pertains to which of the following? So attachment order is issued by whom? Attachment order is issued by a court. First is saying freezing a bank account or financial assets to recover the dues. A court's decision on child custody matters, where the child custody came from. Issuing a restraint order for a criminal trial. And next we have conducting a property survey, Hana, for tax assessment. So it's very obvious the right answer will be A. Hana, you have to do what? Freezing a bank account or the financial asset to recover the dues. So right answer will be a option. Hana, right answer is A option. Now, which of the following statement is true regarding the functions of an NBFC MFI? Which of the following is true regarding the NBFC MFI? NBFC microfinance institution. So they can accept deposit from public. They are not regulated by any financial authority. Acha, you have to find out the true statement, है ना? They can lend to any. They can lend only to individual and not to groups. They are required to adhere to interest rate caps as per regulatory guidelines. So which of the following you think is a correct? Ma'am, please tell us quick review of DRT and DRAT. Achha, okay. So let me know the answer of this question. DRT is Debt Recovery Tribunal. DRAT is a Debt Recovery Appellate Tribunal. DRT and DRAT was, it's a special court. Hana, it's what? It's a special court created by the central government for the recovery of NPA of banks and financial institutions. In the DRT, the individual cases will be taken by the resolution professional. The resolution professional of IBC transfer the cases, transfer the cases of individual persons NPA to the DRT, of the amount 20 lakh and above. Because up to 20 lakh you can go to the SARFAESI and above 20 lakh you can go to the DRT. And if you are not satisfied with the DRT, you can go to the DRAT. And in case of DRT, the head of the DRT will be the person who is eligible to become the district court judge. And the head of the DRAT will be the person who is eligible to become the high court judge. Okay, clear? DRT, DRAT. And the right answer you guys are saying very good. That's a D option. NBFC MFI are required to adhere to interest rate that is caps as per regulatory guidelines. Okay. Next question. NACH, the dash. Achha, let's eliminate the option. First is saying NACH, the dash. It's a National Automated Clearing House, non-performing asset, National Automated Clearing House or infinite. So it's very obvious. NACH is not a NPA. Hana, NACH is not a infinite. So two options are directly eliminated, Hana, and very simply eliminated. Now, centralized system for electronic fund transfer and direct debit transaction in India. It is streamlined dash transaction. What transaction? Manual transaction or electronic transaction? What transaction it do? Okay, the right answer will be obviously C. It will do the electronic transaction. Very good. The right answer will be your C option. National Automated Clearing House provides you the transaction, bulk transaction and the recurring transaction. Hana? That will be done by the NACH. NACH was introduced by whom? It was introduced by NPCI. Infinet is a secure closed user group and a dash network. What type of network it is? Hana? And a dash network, we are saying it's a open network, it's a closed network, it's a public network, it's a NPA network. So you can simply eliminate the NPA network. It's not a NPA network, not a non-performing asset network. No, it can be open, closed or public. Now let's move forward. Network used by financial institution in India for dash communication. Let's say I do not know it's a open, it's a closed, it's a public. I do not know. Hana? So I will be moving forward to the next point. Next, fill in the blanks. That is saying network used for financial institution in India for dash communication. What communication we want? We want a secure communication. So it means I got the answer. That's the B option. So it's a closed, Hana? It's a closed network provide a secure communication. So right answer will be B. Like if in the case you do not know the first fill in the blanks, then you can go for the second or third one. Might be you will find the right answer. Okay. So right answer will be here B. Next question. Next we have, as per RBI guidelines, when a loan account become NPA, banks are required to make dash provision. What provision? Minimal, adequate, extra, infinite. So infinite is a service, it cannot be true. Hana? Infinite cannot be true. It's a services that have been introduced by the IFTAS, that's a subsidiary of RBI. So infinite cannot be true. It can be minimal, adequate or extra. What do you understand? What should be there out of A, B and C? So you can easily will be able to answer. Extra, you won't be saying extra provisioning. No, you have to maintain the provisioning for NPA. Na? Minimum you do not have to face. You have to face the educate, like proper, which is required. The educate provisioning you have to do here. Hai so right answer will be B option. The right answer will be your B option. Very good. Next question we have here. You are a teller at a bank. Okay. And a customer presents a check with check for withdrawal. The check appears to be old and worn. Hai with visible sign of wear and tear in the context of the CTS, how should you handle the old and worn check presented by the presented by the customer? So let me know what you should do here. So you are a teller in a bank. Hana, do understand that? Might be someone in the session is actually being the teller right now and performing these transactions. Might be, na? Because this is not holiday for you. So let me know in this situation what you will do. Reject the check and inform the customer that it cannot be processed through CTS. Accept the check and process it through CTS as long as the account details are visible. Ask the customer to provide a fresh check without any sign of wear and tear. Send the check for manual clearing instead of processing it to CTS. You will reject the check. No, you will accept the check and will try to make it possible if the details are visible. What details? If the account details are visible. If account details are not visible, let's say this have not been given in the option, so our right answer will be your A. But if the account details are visible, you can accept that particular check and process it. So right answer is a B option. Right answer is a B option. Okay. Next question. You are a branch manager. Okay, you are what? You are a branch manager and your branch recently adopted a CTS for a faster and more efficient clearing of check. A customer presents a physical check at your branch for deposit in this CTS enabled branch. How should you handle the physical check presented by the customer? What you will do with the physical check that have been presented by the customer? You will accept the physical check and process it as usual, Hana, through the traditional clearing process. Or second, scan the physical check and send the digital image for processing through CTS. Inform the customer that the physical checks are no longer accepted in CTS. Or reject the physical check and request the customer to provide a digital image of the check. What will you do? What will you do? Why not C? Okay, we will see, Rajlakshmi ma'am. What was the C option? We will see. First answer this question. So very obvious right answer is scan the physical check and send to the digital image. Hana? So right answer is B. Now what was the C option? Let me check here. Ask the customer to provide a fresh check without any sign of. You can do that. But if you are capable of making it process, like because you have account details, then now without any reason you are creating a problem for the customer. Now go and take the fresh check there. Might be the customer have not issued the check, he got the payment from the company or something else, na? So it will create a problem for the customer. If you are having account details, you will make it process. Okay, so right answer B here. Next question. Next is talking about here. You work as a customer relationship manager in a bank and a new customer approaches you to open a savings account. The customer presents their data card as a primary document for identification and address proof. In this scenario, what should you do to comply with the Reserve Bank of India guidelines regarding the use of official valid document? You are what? You are a customer relationship manager. So B, accept, first is saying accept the Aadhaar card as the sole document for opening the savings account. Second is saying request the customer to provide additional documents as per the bank's policy. Third, open the account without any further documentation. Reject the Aadhaar card as it is not a valid OVD. Let me know. Correct. You have to request the customer to provide additional document as per the bank's policy. Hana, you have to provide the additional as per the bank policy. Right answer is B. Now next we have you work in a credit department. of a bank and a borrower has defaulted on a promissory note, the borrower claims that the note is void because it lacks consideration and was issued as a favor. In this scenario, how should the bank respond to the borrower's claim under the Negotiable Instrument Act? Under the Negotiable Instrument Act. First is saying accept the borrower's claim in void promissory note, request the borrower to provide evidence of consideration for the promissory note, immediately initiate legal proceedings against the borrower for default, negotiate a new promissory note with the borrower to address the outstanding debt. So right answer here will be very good. Request the borrower to provide the evidence of consideration for the promissory note. Hana, right answer will be your B option. Chalo. So these were the recollected question of your PPB May 2023. So you can see on the real life examples, a lot of case study have been given. So like they can say you are a branch manager, you are a PO, you are a clerk, you are a teller, Hana, or this situation happened, then what you will do. So these kind of case study can be seen in the paper, that the actual situation might be you have faced in the bank already, or if you haven't faced that, someone have faced that, accordingly they have created the case study. So this situation, these kind of things you have to understand, like put yourself in the position and do try to think like if this happened, what my branch manager would say to do me, Hana. And apart from that, you will have to find out that what situation will be created here and what will be for the better of the customer, because you do not have to make the customer problematic, Hana. So that's what you have to do in the case study question. So these type of questions have been asked in the paper. SARFAESI Act is actually it's a Securitization and Reconstruction of Financial Assets and Enforcement of Security Interest Act. It was introduced in 2002. SARFAESI Act gives the right to the bank without the interaction of the court, without the involvement of the court. It can recover the money from the customer if the customer is not paying the loan. By what? By selling the property of a customer, by auctioning the property of the customer. That was the SARFAESI do. Hana, that's what the SARFAESI do. But the SARFAESI used to take the auction property like 5 to 6 years used to be there. So to create this resolution more faster, we have introduced the IBC. So the work that SARFAESI was doing, now IBC is making it possible by auctioning the property, by selling the collateral. Property means the collateral, security of yours, within your 270 days only. And it will be 270 only when the customer requests for a grace period. Otherwise, after 180 days, your loan will be recovered by the IBC. Okay, so SARFAESI used to recover the fund with the help of selling the property of the customer or collateral without involvement of a court, without interaction with the court. Naresh sir, I am working on that. I have a numerical session after this and then I have a marathon also. So I will try by marathon. I will complete that and will provide you all in the marathon. I am working on it. Do not worry about it. Okay, so I will inform you all in the marathon. Might be possible. I have done a little bit work on that. Might be possible by 4 I will be taking the session. It will be completed. So after this, right now it is 1:30 already. 1:45 we will be meeting for a numerical session. And after that at 4 p.m. we will be meeting for the marathon. Okay, chalo. So let's end the session here. Thank you all for joining the session. And see you all after 15 minutes in the numerical session. Okay, so thank you all, everyone. Marathon timing will be in the evening at 4 p.m. Okay, chali, take care all.